All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstones, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This lesson, is going into, we're in the times of the thick of Jacob's trouble, man. In Jacob's trouble, Jacob, you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, man. All right? The scriptures speak about what a time of great tribulation before the return of the Lord, man. The times of Jacob's trouble. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And the he that shall be saved out of it is the elect of Jacob, the remnant of Israel, man. All right? Okay, but we understand, according to the scriptures, that judgment is going to come upon the 2/3 of our people. Now this article is time.com. It says Trump provokes anger after threatening Chicago with Department of War. And yeah, Khan, man, he changed the Department of Defense to the Department of War. And we understand that words, all right, have spirits. Words have energies, man. From the Department of Defense, okay, all right, to the Department of War, okay, and man, from defense to offense, man. But Khan, it says President Donald Trump threatened Chicago with his newly renamed Department of War on Saturday, prompting anger from city and state officials who have been preparing for a looming deployment of National Guard troops to the city for weeks. All right, okay, and Khan, man, because what we're seeing is how this devil is finna make war with the civilians. And see, the time that we're coming into, the average civilian is gonna be seen as an enemy, to these devils, man. All right, and what they got going on. If you don't completely comply, this is why the scriptures go into the MARK of the beast, which is the micro CHIP. When they bring in, this digital monetary system, this cashless society, this is why they have all the AI, the Palantir, the digital, the surveillance, all these things. If you don't completely get down with this devil and his agenda and this NWO, you're going to be seen as an enemy, man. But Khan, all right, this devil is going to make war against the civilians, man. All right, against the so-called Americans, man. But it says, I love the sweet smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago is about to find out why it's called the Department of War. Trump posts on social media on Truth Social said. Now, notice how he brought up deportation, because they're doing all this stuff, in the name of deportations and, of making America great again. And, and we understand that these devils, man, all right, they allowed this so-called crisis, of immigration. All right, we understand there is no such thing as, but well, they do have the Democrats and Republicans, but we understand they all work for the same people. We understand that they're two sides of the same coin. All right, Salakia. Okay, but Khan, man. All right, we understand, all right, that they all work for the same people, the left and the right, the red and the blue. They all take orders from the same people, and it's an illusion of choice. All right. Okay, an illusion of choice. All right. And we understand that, especially under Biden, they allowed, all right, all this immigration, at the border and all this, to create a crisis, man. All right. And they're using this crisis to forward their agendas. They're using this crisis to bring forth their plans, man. And we see the play. This how Jacob's trouble, the digital system, all this stuff gonna come in, man. You look at the state of the economy, Trump and immigration, and the wars and rumors of wars throughout the earth. We're in those times, man. We're in those times. All right. So Khan, and you drop down, it says the post promoted anger from state and city officials. Illinois governor J.B. Pritzker called Trump a wannabe dictator and took the post as a threat to go to war with Chicago. But all right, but and the scriptures say, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. All right. So we see the play, we see what's happening, we see how these things are from the bigger picture, man. Jacob's trouble. All right, because Esau really want to go to war with who? The tribes. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, Seminole Indians, man. That's who he really want to go to war with, man. The people of the Lord, the sons of God. Now, we understand both spectrums, the whole spectrum, because the Lord is going to allow these devils to come down with great wrath, man. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe, which means destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And this is the real reason these devils are moving forward fast with their plans, man. Because Esau knoweth that he hath but a short time. His rulership is at an end. It's at its end, man. And he know, all right, that who's going to be in charge next? These same people, that he trying to get up out of here, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole, the people of the Lord. All right, as the scriptures say, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that forward. This is why this devil is trying to bring forth this digital totalitarian slave world, man. This is why this devil is trying to, bring forth this digital monetary system, this cashless society, this police, this digital surveillance, police, this is why this devil trying to do all these things, man, because he knows that he had but a short time. And see, this whole crisis of immigration, which these devils created themselves, okay, they're going to use this to bring these things forward, man. All right. They're going to use these to bring these things forward, man. Surveillance online, no more anonymous, presence, in social media and all. You're going to need your ID and your age to be on social media, and AI, all this stuff is going to come together, man. The micro C-HIP, all right, the cashless society, all this stuff going to come together, in this digital surveillance totalitarian slave world that this devil is trying to bring forth. And he's going to make war, with you Americans, man. All right. This devil is going to come down with great wrath. All right. And it's going to be bad, man. It's going to be bad. We're coming into those times. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 69. It says, and they, let me go up. It's like it. Verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of the great multitude is kindled over you. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idol. Now the burning wrath of a great multitude, all right, is kindled. That's Esau and his forces, man. All right. That's Esau and his forces. And we see what this devil is doing. They want people to uproar. They want people to, so they could bring forth martial law, to bring forth all these things, man. All right. For the army, the military, to turn on civilians, man. They want to do these things, man. All right. Because they understand that they understand that the Constitution and all this American, this is all against, this democracy is all against their NWO, and that's why they're dismantling this whole American system, man. All right. They're dismantling this whole thing, to bring forth their NWO, But let's keep on reading. It says, and they that consent unto them, because soon these devils are they're gonna bring forth this micro C-HIP, okay? The MARK of the beast. They're gonna bring forth a digital monetary system, a cashless society, where they're gonna want micro C-HIP inside every man, woman, and child. And according to the scriptures, we are not to receive this thing, man. But guess what? It's gonna be a lot of 2/3 of our people that do. All right. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place And in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And when the scriptures say those that fear the Lord, who is it speaking of? All right, the seed of Jacob. All right, it's speaking of Israel, man. Okay, because this devil, okay, is really, he want to go to war with the tribes. He want to go to war with the people of the Lord. All right, this is Psalm chapter 22, verse 23. It says, ye that fear the Lord, praise his name, all ye the seed of Jacob, glorify him and fear him, all ye the seed of Israel. You see? And see, this is what's going to take place. A great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, man. Upon Israelites, man. Upon you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, man. Okay? This is why the scriptures call it Jacob's trouble. And only the Lord's elect are going to make it through these times and be delivered, man. Okay? And the 2/3 of our people are going to be judged. And the Lord is going to use Esau to bring judgment, man. You know? Which is what we're from the witness. Okay, it says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And it was talked to this devil when they was in Washington, D.C., how they're going to go to this city and that city. They might want to go to this city, you know, with the National Guard and, you know. But man, and see, Chicago, man, that might spark something big because it's Chicago, you know, martial law, you know, a police state. We're in those times. All right, let's keep on going. It says, then shall they be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Israelites, man. And this devil is going to be like a madman. He's going to come down with great wrath, spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. You Israelites, man. Okay? It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire, because only the Lord's elect, the remnant of Israel, the chosen of Jacob, okay, are going to make it through these trying times, okay, and be delivered. All right, in those times, the remnant of Israel are going to trust in the Lord, as the scriptures say in Isaiah 10 and 20. The remnant of Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon them that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. And our word stay in the Hebrew is sha'an, which go into to lean, to depend on, to trust in, man. The Lord's elect are going to trust in him in these times that we're coming into, man. They're not going to receive the mark of the beast. They're not going to receive the microseab, even if it means being put to death. All right. Okay. But it says, hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand. These are the times that we're in, man. The days of trouble are really at hand, man. But I will deliver you from the same. All right. His elect. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, man. And the Lord is going to guide his elect in these trying times, because it's going to get worse than this, man. All right. Famine. Okay. All hell breaking loose. You know. Troops. You know. We're in those times, man. You know. The early stages of the thick of Jacob's trouble. All right. And that's really the point. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close it out. Give infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the whole full elect. Shalom.